Lawson with 2. Here is Lawson for the win. Good! With 0.2 of a second, Ty Lawson, game winner for Denver!
From one of the top point guards in the NBA to playing one-on-one against YouTubers for money, Ty Lawson was the guy in the early 2010s, but instead of making the All-Star game, he made the headlines for all the wrong reasons. So after numerous problems with the law and his alcohol addiction, he found himself out of the league before 30. Lawson tried to salvage his career in China but got banned from the CBA in 2020 after posting this on his Instagram story. 2 years later, he crossed the line again when he got arrested in Spain for hurting a man in a restaurant by throwing a glass at him. This is the complete story of Ty Lawson's tragic downfall, so let's dive in from the beginning. Before getting drafted, Ty won the NCAA championship with North Carolina alongside Tyler Hansbrough, Wayne Ellington, and Danny Green, and was selected for the All-American second team. But even before his junior season, the problematic demeanor of Lawson surfaced as he was arrested for drinking and driving with a suspended driver's license at 20 years of age. So, entering the 2009 draft, he fell all the way down to the 18th pick.
The Minnesota Timberwolves select Ty Lawson from the University of North Carolina.
Ty arrived in Denver after arguably the greatest season in franchise history. Melo and Billups just fell short to the eventual champions Lakers in 6 games in the Western Conference Finals. So, Lawson, a proven winner himself, was expected to serve as a high-energy backup to Chauncey, and he did just that.
Boy, and that unselfishness became contagious. Oh, man. Ty Lawson showing you he's got some ups to go with that speed.
In 20 minutes off the bench, Ty posted 8 points and 3 assists per game on 51% from the field and 41% from downtown, an unexpectedly high efficiency for a rookie. And the Nuggets finished with a 53-29 record, good enough for the 4th seed in the West and a home court advantage against the Jazz in the first round. But Utah didn't mind that as they stole Game 2 in Denver and went on to win the series 4-2 behind Deron Williams and Carlos Boozer's phenomenal play. This was a tough time in his career, which we all go through at a certain moment. Staying cool and focused on the task at hand is vital in those situations. This is why I've partnered with BetterHelp, the sponsor of this video, to maintain good mental health through therapy. Guys, it's easy to get overwhelmed and stressed in today's fast-paced life, but therapy is a good way to counteract that. Don't take it from me. Superstars like Damian Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Love, and many others are swearing by it. And BetterHelp is on a mission to make starting therapy easier. You can use my link, betterhelp.com/heatcheck, you answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will match you to a professional with years of experience. And you can talk to your therapist via text, phone, or a video call, whatever feels most comfortable to you. With over 7,000 reviews, a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform you can trust. Visit betterhelp.com/heatcheck and enjoy a 10% discount on your first month. This was more than enough for the Nuggets front office to see that the ceiling of Melo and Billups was reached, so they traded both superstars to the Knicks in the following season, handing the keys to the team to our hero. And Ty didn't wait much to explode.
Great dish. Again! Terrific! Lawson is officially on fire! Another 3. Yes! 7 for 7! Lawson, long distance. Oh! 8 for 8! Lawson, try it again. 9 for 9! From an NBA record, 1 away from holding his own NBA record against Ty Lawson, the new NBA record holder for most three-pointers in a row without a miss.
Lawson went nuts from beyond the arc, becoming the first NBA player ever to hit 10 consecutive threes in a single game. His 37 points were his career high, and he was subbed out just 2 minutes into the 4th quarter. In 31 games as a starter, Ty bumped his averages to 13 points and 6 assists in his sophomore season.
53% tonight. Lawson. Oh! Yes, and a foul. 16 points for Lawson. 2 seconds. Lawson. Yes! First time all game the crowd has been off its feet.
In the playoffs, they received a gentleman's sweep by the OKC Thunder as they were no match for KD and Russ. However, everything was set for Lawson's breakout here, but the season was delayed due to the lockout, so Ty went over to Lithuania to play for Žalgiris until December of 2011 when things got back to normal. and he was ready to take the next step.
Lawson left open. Big shot by Ty Lawson, wide open, and an injured Magic player. He did something to his right ankle. Rolled it. Yep.
In his third season in the league, Lawson averaged 16.5 points and 6.5 assists on 49% efficiency. And in a tight game against the Hawks in overtime, he delivered the final blow.
Lawson. Good! Ty Lawson does it again with 2.6 remaining. Biggest shot of the night.
Ty led the Nuggets to a 38-28 record in the shortened season, securing the 6th spot, which booked them a date with the Lakers in the first round. And after falling in a 3-1 hole, something woke the Nuggets up, and on the backs of Andre Miller and JaVale McGee, who combined for 45 points off the bench, they managed to win Game 5 in LA.
Talking about a career performance by JaVale McGee, he has surpassed that here this evening.
He's been fantastic.
So in Game 6, coming off of a bad performance, Ty knew he had to bring his absolute best in order to keep their season alive.
Lawson puts the speed on, splits through, goes all the way, and that'll count. It's a goal tag. Denver has come out with furious play. Lawson wide open for 3. Yes! From the field. Lawson feeling it to 3. A deep 3 by Ty Lawson is hit. His first 5 shots. The Nuggets, where they are just pulling away. Here is Lawson again.
He's taken advantage of the double teaming of Bynum and Gasol. That's how he's gotten his offensive rebounds.
Ty Lawson on fire. Oh, Lawson with the speed. It counts, and the foul.
Lawson was instrumental in Denver's win, 32 points and 6 assists on 72% from the field, forcing a decisive Game 7 back in Los Angeles. And the Black Mamba, despite having a modest night offensively with 17 points on 43% shooting, had an interesting tactical strategy on how to contain Lawson. Check out what Ty had to say about that in the Gills Arena.
Game 7 versus LA at LA. I think we was up, I don't know, I had like 29 in the third. I'm going crazy. So fourth quarter, I can come back into like the 7-minute mark, and Kobe comes to me, he was like, yo, I'm guarding you, I'm gonna foul you, you see them zebras over there? They're not gonna say shit. Next time I come down, I literally cross him over, get into my pull-up, he grabs my whole right arm. And I really didn't know how to deal with the shit, because the zebras, they ain't called nothing. Zebras. So I'm like, yeah, that's what he said, the zebras. So I'm like, yo, how are we supposed to win this game? Like, this nigga's out here just grabbing arms, saying, I'm gonna foul you. Like, I know that, you know what I mean? He had the little edge, so. I wish I was able to, like, be mature and then, like, maybe send him off a ball screen, get him off me and stuff like that. But yeah, that happened, and then it was a wrap.
And that's exactly what happened as Kobe sealed the Lakers' win with the clutch 3 at the end.
Trying to attack this Bryant. He's going to go up. Got it! He says, don't worry about it. Just give me the rock. I know what I'm doing. Hand in the face, splash. Ladies and gentlemen, Game 7 goes to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Out of the court, Lawson had a little incident before the playoffs started as he was cited for careless driving in April of 2012. Nonetheless, he was prepared for yet another successful season.
Lawson with 2. Here is Lawson for the win. Good! With 0.2 of a second, Ty Lawson, game winner for Denver.
Here's Lawson going for his 30th point. Oh, behind the back! And Fareed with the jam.
Denver back on the attack. Ty Lawson, not many better getting in there this time. Finding the manimal.
Look out below. Kevin Fareed flying in. You know what's coming when the crowd starts to ooh before the ball even gets to his hand.
The Nuggets, powered by Lawson, Gallinari, and Iguodala, who came in Denver through a trade for Al Harrington and Aaron Aflalo, were rolling, and on the penultimate day of the season, they had a chance to clinch home court advantage.
9.3, Ty Lawson for the lead. Honestly, Jim, their 2 guards can get good shots at will on anybody. Can he do it again? Nope. Oh my.
Ty delivers when it matters the most, winning the game for his team and securing a 57-25 record, the best in franchise history. He averaged almost 17 points and 7 assists per game and even got some MVP votes, finishing at number 12 in the race. With no superstar on the roster, the 2013 Nuggets were so fun to watch, playing true team basketball. Unfortunately for them, Gallo tore his ACL right before the postseason started, so in the first round of the playoffs, they matched against the young and inexperienced Warriors who played in their first playoff series since the We Believe squad. But no one was ready for the emergence of Steph Curry.
Curry got the three off. Tie game! Steph Curry knocks it down.
Luckily, the old man got the last dance with Green up top.
They flatten it out into 1-4 for Miller. Miller on the drive. Got it to fall! Andre Miller! No timeouts remaining! Ball game!
Andre Miller saves the Nuggets at the last second to win Game 1 at home. The babyface assassin came back stronger though and put on a show in Game 2 to even up the series.
24 points for Golden State. Curry, kaboom! With 27 points, 10 here in the third. Three, that is in. He's got 30 points.
In Game 3, Lawson was ready to go mano-a-mano against Curry.
Lawson drops Jack to his knees and then varies a step back at the elbow. Here's Curry off the bounce. And Steph Curry with his second three. Lawson right back at you for the layup. Boy, is he tough. Curry gets past him into the lane. Left-handed hook gets the bounce. Fourth quarter. Here's Lawson. Oh, great move by Lawson. And Lawson puts it in. 34 and a chance at 35 as he's fouled on the play.
Ty left his all out on the court and with a personal playoff high of 35 points and 10 assists had the Nuggets within a point in the clutch. And rookie Harrison Barnes splits the free throws, giving Denver one last shot at the end.
So it's a 2-point lead for Golden State. Here's Iguodala with three. Lost the ball. Gets it back. Half-court shot. Off the rim. And Golden State survives.
Iggy's half-court shot comes up short and the Dubs take a 2-1 lead. Game 4 was seemingly going to go down to the wire as well, but in the middle of the third quarter, Steph decided to go ballistic.
Slides by. Bucket. In front of the Denver bench. Curry. Bang on. Curry with the steal. Steph Curry fires away. Got it! Are you kidding me?
The world was witnessing something extraordinary, a glimpse of the greatness that's coming. 22 of Curry's 31 points came in the last 6 minutes of the third quarter as he demolished the Nuggets single-handedly. So down 3-1 with their backs against the wall, the Nuggets didn't plan to surrender. Iguodala with 25 points and 12 boards as well as Lawson with 19 points and 10 assists led their team to the victory. But again, it was Curry's time to shine in the third quarter of Game 6.
Switch up their defense a little bit.
Curry! Up to Bogut. Over to Steph Curry. Another three.
It's penetrate. That's how they score. Points in the paint.
Curry another triple. Stephen Curry has become a flamethrower to start the second half. Green, Curry, another three.
Playing from -18 in the final quarter, the Nuggets gave all they got to try and fight back, hoping for an improbable comeback. And they almost pulled it off.
Miller off the bench with 6. The feed, McGee comes up big again. Wilson Chandler will drive. Outside, Iguodala 3. Good! Andre Iguodala. Another turnover for Golden State here in the fourth and for the game 17.
Talk about the youth and a young team never being in a closeout game. The mistakes you make down the stretch.
It's Curry knocked away by Iguodala and picked up. It's Wilson Chandler. Denver down by 2. Chandler for the tie. Once, twice, saved by Brewer out of bounds. It's off of Denver.
Oh my goodness, Wilson Chandler misses 2 opportunities to tie the game and the Warriors somehow survive to win Game 6 and move on to the second round. It was a devastating loss for Denver and things got even uglier for Lawson, who was arrested during the summer for attacking his girlfriend at home. He was released on bail and the charges were dropped. For the 2013-2014 campaign, Denver was left without Iggy, who went to Golden State, Gallo, who missed the entire season due to injury, and their coach George Karl, who was replaced with Brian Shaw. So the Nuggets went from their best season ever to missing the playoffs after finishing with a 36-46 record. But that didn't stop Lawson from balling out individually.
Pacers at Rockets, Blazers at Mavericks. Moscow.
And we got an ankle breaker It's going in ugly.
Lawson sneaks his way to the rim.
Lawson's got it. He fires from long range and knocks it down. Ty Lawson.
Lawson averaged career highs of 17.5 points and 8.8 assists, but on very low efficiency of 43% from the field and 35% from long range. The next year, it was more of the same as the team was going through a turmoil looking for a new direction. So in another lost season, Ty held his own deal of the bargain by posting 15 points and 9.5 assists per game, finishing third in the league behind only Chris Paul and John Wall. He actually broke the franchise record with 720 assists, surpassing Nick Van Exel's 714.
That's a broken ankle assist right there. Lawson to the trailing Hickson, who will scoop it home, and a foul called and count the 2. And here comes Lawson taking it right down, and with a good move he swerves in for 2.
But alcohol problems came knocking on his door, and in a 6-month span in 2015, he got arrested 3 times for driving drunk.
Breaking news, we just found out that Nuggets player Ty Lawson was arrested this morning, accused of driving drunk. Police tell us they busted him early this morning for speeding on Park Avenue West, and that's when they determined he was under the influence.
First time in Denver when he was driving twice the speed limit, then in Missouri, and the last one came on July 14th in Los Angeles.
Ty Lawson is heading to rehab. Lawson was in a Denver court today. He was arrested for drunk driving in LA this week, a violation of his bond on the same charge here in Denver from earlier this year. He's not allowed to have alcohol. Lawson will spend 30 days in a residential rehab program in California.
So the judge sentenced him to a month of rehab on July 17th. And that seemed to be the last drop that spilled the glass for Denver's front office. Lawson was traded just 3 days later to the Rockets for 4 bench warmers and a first-round draft pick. The Rockets knew the risk they were taking, but were hopeful they could help Ty get back on his tracks. Houston was stacked, fresh off a conference finals trip with James Harden, Dwight Howard, Pat Bev, Trevor Ariza, and now Ty Lawson, who they thought is the missing piece to the puzzle. But he never clicked with the team, and after a disappointing 4-7 start to the season, they changed their coach, and JB Bickerstaff immediately sat Lawson on the bench. What was the problem? Did he forget to play basketball? Well, first and foremost, he was completely out of shape, losing a lot of quickness he had, as all of that drinking the year prior took its toll. And second, he didn't have the ball in his hands, as James Harden was the one dictating the pace. So Lawson quickly spiraled downhill, putting up just 5.8 points and 3.5 assists in 53 games for the Rockets. At the trade deadline, he was moved to the Pacers, who didn't give him a bigger role either. During the season, he violated his probation as his alcohol monitoring highlighted that he hadn't resolved his drinking issues. Executives saw him as a risk and not a long-term piece. Little did he know that he was entering his last NBA stop in Sacramento in the following season.
And there is Ty Lawson, up by 14 points.
Barkley had both hands on it.
And Ty Lawson now at 22. And Ty Lawson has his first career triple-double. Fans know it. They give him a nice ovation. And now Ty's teammates all out to congratulate him.
At times, Ty showed flashes of his brilliance. His last season gave us this iconic clip as well.
And Ty Lawson letting the clock wind down. I'm surprised Denver's not picking him up. I mean, he can just sit there until Jameer. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this in all my years.
I don't believe I have either.
No. I mean, it's unbelievable.
The team missed the playoffs and was stuck in mediocrity, so they went into full rebuild mode. As the next season was nearing, with no team interested in his services, Ty was forced to move to China in order to continue playing basketball. And he balled out for the Shandong Golden Stars, averaging 25 points per game before briefly coming back to the Wizards for the 2018 playoffs. But after another substandard outing, Lawson was back in China where he stayed until 2020. While at a club, Ty got too excited and posted this on his Instagram story, resulting in a lifelong ban from the Chinese league. His career was over as he bounced from country to country overseas for the next 3 years, but he continued making headlines. And on February 15th of 2022, he went nuts in Spain, causing 3 separate scandals during one day. The circus culminated when he threw a glass at another man in a restaurant, after which he got detained by the local police. And just 10 days ago, Ty Lawson played one-on-one against a YouTuber and actually looks like he's in the best physical shape of his life. We're just hoping that his personal problems with alcohol and bad behavior are well behind him. If he was this shredded back in his playing days and alcohol-free, I'm sure that he would have had a much bigger success. And another guy who's still active playing in the Big Three and one-on-one challenges is Lance Stevenson, and I made a video about his time with the Lakers and teaming up with his old enemy LeBron James. Lance turned LA into a circus himself, and you gotta check it all right here in this video. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.